It's already been a year since James Webb's first photo was released. He was busy delivering the results, cheering for James Webb's picture. James Webb introduced many interesting universes to the public. Astronomers were stunned by the delirious rush of new astronomy. And James Webb Space Telescope team responded by releasing a nebula photo of IC 4603 around Rho Ophiuchi, the birthplace of Ophiuchi star, to commemorate the first anniversary of the release of the first image. The Rho Ophiuchi cloud complex is a complex of interstellar clouds with different nebulae, particularly dark nebulae, which is centered 1 degree south of the star Rho Ophiuchi, which it among others extends to, of the constellation Ophiuchus. At an estimated distance of about 140 parsecs, or 460 light-years, it is one of the closest star-forming regions to the solar system. The darkest area of 4603 is the densest. It indicates that thick dust still forms primitive stars. The part marked in red is a giant hydrogen molecule jet. This occurs when a star first penetrates the outer skin surrounded by cosmic dust. According to NASA, it looks like a baby reaching for the world. In other words, a baby star is shooting a pair of opposite jets into space. Temperatures of the clouds range from 22 K, and there is a total of about 3,000 times the mass of the Sun in the material. Over half of the mass of the complex is concentrated around the L1688 cloud, and this is the most active star-forming region. There are embedded infrared sources within the complex. A total of 425 infrared sources have been detected near the L1688 cloud. These are presumed to be young stellar objects, including 16 classified as protostars, 123 T Tauri stars with dense circumstellar disks, and 77 weaker T Tauri stars with thinner disks. The last two categories of stars have estimated ages ranging from 100,000 to 1,000,000 years. In contrast, the star carving the shining dust cave at the bottom of the image was S1, which turned out to be a much larger star than the Sun. The above star GSS 35 is a very young and powerful star of B3 and B4 grades with powerful solar winds. The wide orange area around the star above shows a compound called aromatic PAH shining brightly. They play a role in ionizing the surrounding interstellar dust, and James Webb is the perfect telescope for observing these substances. The above area is one of the closest star birth areas to Earth, with a distance of only about 400 to 460 light-years. It is of great astronomical value and has already been observed with numerous telescopes. But James Webb's sensitivity was beyond imagination. It's not beautiful, it's creepy. Although it shows a relatively quiet star formation area, it shows admirable results with very vivid images. Previous observations by James Webb have also seen double jets explode in new stars, but the ability of NRCam devices to capture multiple jets across images is far better than expected. In contrast, the lower half of the released image was revealed to be being eroded by the largest star in the image above. The 50 stars around the star are about the mass of our Sun or slightly smaller. Some are showing a primitive planetary disk. This means that we are observing a planetary system similar to the early solar system. Dr. Klaus Pontoppidan, a project scientist at STSCI in Baltimore, Maryland, explains that Ophiuchi images allow us to see very clearly very short periods of time in the life cycle of stars, and our Sun experienced this phase a long time ago. Now our solar system has the technology to see the beginnings of other stars. It is also very surprising that James Webb is releasing us clear, new pictures of the universe, but it is none other than the telescope's spectroscopic equipment that excited scientists and astronomers. Another piece of information available from light, James Webb's clear spectrum, identified the farthest galaxies ever observed, and discovered the oldest and most distant supermassive black hole ever known. It also reveals the composition of the planetary atmosphere in more detail than ever before. It is the first to tell us what kind of atmosphere can exist on a rocky exoplanet. In addition, the chemical composition of the primitive planetary disk has been identified by detecting water and organic carbon-containing molecules. Our solar system is no exception. In the pitch darkness, a faint ring of gas planets appeared and very cold satellites were also detected. It also performs the detection of water and other molecules in our solar system and compares them to disks in other exoplanetary systems. Through this, we are discovering why the Earth has become an ideal situation for life. NASA's current director, Bill Nelson, said the James Webb Space Telescope is changing humanity's view of the universe, peering into dust clouds and observing light from the furthest corners of the universe for the first time in just a year. He said all the results are new discoveries. It added that it allows scientists around the world to ask questions and find answers that they had never dreamed of before. In addition, he explained that these achievements are scientific achievements made with international partners such as NASA, European Space Agency, and Canadian Space Agency, which share the spirit of being able to do beyond the limits of possibilities while investing in the U.S. Bill Nelson has thousands of engineers, scientists, and leaders working on the mission with tremendous enthusiasm. Their efforts will continue to delve into the origins of the universe and our place in the universe. Nicola Fox, Deputy Administrator of NASA's Science Mission in Washington, also explained that the James Webb Space Telescope celebrated its first anniversary and presented a surprise to mankind, fulfilling its promise to broaden its understanding of space. He also helped James Webb, created by some of the world's leading scientists and engineers, understand the atmosphere of galaxies, stars, and extraterrestrial planets more complex than ever. NASA explained that it has laid the foundation for leading the world in the era of new scientific discoveries and search for habitable exoplanets. Dr. Eric Smith, NASA's Deputy Research Director for Astrophysics and James Webb Program Scientist, said the possibility of science that James Webb could explore became clearer a year after the observation. James Webb's first year of science explained that it not only taught us about the new universe, but also revealed that the performance of telescopes was much more powerful than we expected. And he added that this fact means that future discoveries will be even more surprising. The 2023 NASA/ESA/CSA James Webb Space Telescope image, released on the telescope's first anniversary, shows young stars, roughly the size of the Sun, at the center of circumstellar disks. These represent planetary systems of the future being formed in a stellar nursery. James Webb's scientific mission is just the beginning, and much more remains to be done, said Dr. Jane Rigby, Chief Webb Project Scientist at Goddard Space Flight Center, who joined James Webb's first image release, saying over the past year we know exactly how powerful the telescope is.